for it.
I just started recording. Let me just look really quick at that. Oh, I did something weird. Please hold. No, it's okay. I'm ignoring it. It's fine. Hi. So, Michelle, you are hostess with the mostest, unless you want me to host this one because you're talking more. What do you think? How do we want to start?
Yeah, I'm happy to kick it off.
Okay. You go for it. I will try not to look distracted. Yeah, I've got a stop at the hour. But
Okay, well, let's go. We'll crush it.
Lego.
All right, let's go, ladies. Welcome to Butterfly Bytes, episode 2, season 2, episode 2, the vibe coding episode. Really excited for what we have today. We're bringing all the girl power. I will say it's Tarot Tuesday, so let me just pull a card for us. And I pulled the Queen of Roses. She is the queen. And that is
I'm surprised I don't have a crown within my reach. I was gonna say, I know I have tiaras and crowns everywhere, and I don't have one within my reach. Oh yes.
Oh my God, I do.
You're the queen today.
What?
Yes.
Why do I have a crown on my desk?
If you get to be the queen, I get to be the jester.
You are.
You know, you are a really great jester, and it was my birthday last week, so that's
happy belated.
Yay, you're 25 again. You look great.
Yes, amazing.
Love those earrings.
Thank you. All the hearts.
Yes. Your daughter picked them, yes?
She did. Yay. She's in the audience, studio audience today.
You know what's one of my favorite things to do with my daughter is to go to like Dillard's. I know this is off topic, but like Dillard's is this department store where when I was a kid, it was like where all the rich people went, and my parents would never take me because only rich people could go in there. I could not afford anything in Dillard's. I could not. So I was always like jealous of the kids that could shop there. So now that I'm older, I'm an adult and I'm well off enough, I can shop in Dillard's. I go with my daughter and we pick out business clothes and dresses and fancy things. And I love trying stuff on with her. And it's just like the best.
And then you get to go have like a little lunch, a nice lunch afterwards, right?
You have like a coffee and sit at Barnes and Nobles and have a little coffee.
Love that. I love a girl date, a mother-daughter date. Yeah.
And listen at that, Barnes and Noble, the retail store, physical store, still kicking.
What?
Well, you need a place. And I love that. I love that we're kind of at this inflection point with AI where people are talking about where's the place for the human. You're talking about, we still, even when we got on this call before we hit record, we were talking about, wow, how do we still have such a great connection with each other when we don't meet in person? So there's still a place for humans. There's still a place for brick and mortar. There's still a place for businesses and ways for us to connect in real life.
Yeah, indeed. And hopefully AI to make it easier for us to find those opportunities to connect.
Yeah, and I think that's what kind of excited me about this episode that we were going to do. We've been talking about doing vibe coding for a while. And so what I thought we might do today is look for a way to, expose the opportunity that vibe coding and AI assisted engineering has for people that may not have tried it, to kind of show them there's a lot you can do even if you're not a developer. Now, the caveat is I am a developer, so I'm going to kind of go around and cut some shortcuts and stuff. But I think it's fun and exciting. And so we were going to kind of take a real world use case that we could code locally and kind of give it a try. That's what we were going to do today.
Well, and I love your perspective too, even as a developer, because you can see the whole picture of something end to end and then realize, because you haven't always been a developer, you're not, pigeonholed into that one thing, you can realize the business impact and all of the pieces surrounding it. And I think that's why the three of us together are more interesting, because, we need you for the super, super geek touch, but then we all bring something different to the table. So thank you for being our developer.
Yay. Oh man. So I held back on the vibe coding trend for a really long time because I had seen a lot of negative press about things going bad. And I can even tell like an anecdote at our client project. Thankfully it was the client, it wasn't us. But they made a mistake in the way they prompted Claude and deleted an entire production database.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank God it was not us as the consultant firm that did it, but it was just like, and the change was something minor. And like, that's one of the things that when you're using Claude is that you can give it like different levels of power.
Right.
And so you're kind of like incentivized and motivated to say, oh, just do it. I don't want to have to sit here and accept your edits. I just want it to just run and do its thing. But you didn't realize that it was connected to the production database, not the QA database. And it just wiped it out. Oh, and there's no backup. So,
Well,
it's dangerous, but it's powerful. And I've been nerding out in
Yeah.
it for a long time. And so I'm going to bring some of that knowledge to the rest of us. So you guys will.
thank you.
Yeah. So do you want to share the use case that we thought about doing and kind of the nuances of it a bit?
Who, me?
Either one. I think maybe Chauncey, because it came from her small human.
My small. So we're going to talk about the email integration one.
Yeah, do that one. The learning one. Learning opportunity.
And then, so we thought of a couple of different things, and my my studio audience member here thought of something as our Gen Alpha representative in the house.
Yeah.
She's been through an artistic phase, and you learn different styles in school, but the style that she wanted to focus on the most was a photorealistic or realistic portrait drawing. And what better canvas to start with than an actual photograph of a person, right? And breaking that down, we've seen the different models. I know you're not a Gemini fan, but the Gemini model with Nano Banana has like a really great conversion that's just in Google Photos. So
it's supposed to be the best. Gemini is supposed to be the best for images and videos, what I'm hearing.
So
Makes
easy.
sense.
And Google Photos has been like by far forever. I'm not talking to you. My go-to photo organization place, because I mean, as soon as you have a dog or a kid it's just photos all the time, right?
Oh, many. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the organization there is insane. And just the visual search is fantastic because I can tell it like yellow hat, blue, pool, and it'll find all the pictures immediately with all of that, right?
So we're like, where was that one picture where I was at the beach and I had that great hat on? You don't have to like scroll through for years. It'll find it for you.
You just search in it.
No,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that idea.
It's just for mom brain alone, it's like, okay, thank you. And so in conversations, you can pull up those photos easily. And then they added, this was probably like a year ago, where they added the different like filter things where it would, I think less than a year. Yeah, it would do the remix. And so this little thing pops up and it's like, remix your photo. And you're like, what? What's that?
My son is crazy about the remix. So many things are doing remix now.
Yeah. So she discovered that first, of course, and was playing with the different ones, and you can do anime style and whatever, but you could also do a line drawing. And I think that's where you can really start to break down the elements of a face and a person into, how would we go about drawing this? Because the first step is drawing before you get to painting or anything else, right? And so we were thinking about, how would we make, build on what's already there, but say, I'm an artist with that context, so your role is to tell me how to break this picture down into drawable components and maybe create little lesson plans, because attention span and time, right? I do love how it is connected into my calendar. I've got 20 minutes here or, 40 minutes here. What can I do today to break down this activity, this larger project, into sizable pieces? And then I think y'all came in with the separate idea of emailing, which I love, because then it's like delivered lesson plan to your inbox of, hey, your next lesson is, and then kind of walks you through how to do the eyes or the eyebrows or whatever for the day. So
yeah. And the reason why I wanted to do an email is I wanted some sort of activation channel or something that's going off of your machine or outside of your machine, just to sort of illustrate that, so we talked about that a little bit. When you're using AI for a use case, what's the medium that you want to use? ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, there's so many of these tools are free, or you could get like an access for $20, you could get really good access. So for your use case you mentioned, why not just type in a prompt and say, give me a lesson plan. Well, but maybe you want to have it go beyond that. And so it shows that you can build stuff that does more. Like maybe you want to do more than what chatgpt.com is allowing you to do. And then future use cases, people want to monetize things. So like Michelle had a great idea. She had a custom GPT and she wanted to see, when I'm ready to take that and actually make it a business or monetize it, what would that look like? And so, one of the biggest takeaways I think that's come to me when we're planning out this episode is, yes, it's cool to be able to like rapid prototype any idea. But if you're actually going to try to make a business or make money off something, there's no shortcut to execution and go to market. I don't see one yet. So you still have to figure out, how am I going to sell this thing? How am I going to distribute this thing? Where am I deploying it? Those things I don't see a shortcut for. And that stuff that's the hard stuff, at least for me being a developer. Building the stuff is the easy stuff. The other stuff that you guys are so good at is the really hard stuff, I think. So, okay, so what we're going to do, so I have a couple things set up that we'll just sort of be honest about. So we're going to use Claude because that's the application that I have. I already have a paid instance. We're not using Claude Code where you run it in the command line, even though I am doing that with my client site. And I love that so much more because there's really no token limits. But the client is paying for that, and I probably blow out $100 or more in tokens every single day. So if you don't have a lot of money and you just want to just try it, Claude's web browser, you can get $20 a month. You get a pretty good amount of tokens every single day. It might, time out at a certain period and then make you wait an hour or two, just like ChatGPT does, but it gives you a lot. And I use it a lot, so I'm very comfortable with it. The other thing is, if we're going to do anything with any kind of LLM, any kind of generation, you're going to need a key for that. And I don't want to expose those keys out to the whole world. So I have them in an environment variable. So we'll reference that. And these are the type of things I'm saying. If you had never been a developer before, you might not know you need to put your keys. Like, don't push your private API keys to GitLab. Why? Because it could be exposed and you pay for those keys. So if you put a key in and somebody else takes it, next thing you know, you see your bill go all the way up and you have no control. Now, what you can do is you can delete that key immediately. You can generate a new key and then update it in your application. And I think in general, people do that like as a practice just to keep for security. So what we're going to do is we're going to run Claude. I'm going to let Chauncey and Michelle dictate the requirements. So we'll type it all out and then we'll kind of work with it as in live as in it. Who knows what'll happen, right? And we'll see how far we can go. Oh, the other thing I have already is I've coded an email tool before. So I know the environment variables that I need and I already have those as well. So if you wanted to replicate this use case yourself, follow along, you would need to get your own API key and you would need to get your email information. Both of those are free. So I'm using
like a prereq or a little like ingredient gathering list when we post this of like, here are the things that you will need.
Yeah, we probably could. And the reason why I'm using Gemini for the LLM. This was also a aha moment for me within the last few months. So I have been using OpenAI's API because they were like the first one and well-known. And so I already had that set up. I didn't know I could use anything for free. So I'm using the OpenAI key. I'm paying for all my tokens, right? Every single thing I'm paying for. Gemini actually gives you a free tier. So you can build stuff without cost. Now I've already blown past what I need for that. So I am paying for those tokens, but it's okay.
I'm going to do a quick plug on Google as you pull that up. Because I do love that Gemini is such a great model, being at Virtusa with you, Damie, early on, working with Google as a client partner, as they were beginning to integrate AI. One of the leaders there that I always was looking to in the way that they were engineering the product was Google Photos, like you had talked about earlier, Chauncey. They were very early on to providing features and tools and such. And Shimrit Ben-Yair, I think that's how you say her name, is like such a strong leader there. She's one of my faves. So big plug.
Yeah. I think Google is amazing for like starting up, developing, prototyping because they let you use it for free. So
and that's why, right?
Get it,
Yeah, like get it out there. And Microsoft was the same in the beginning. They would just ship, beta code all the time and just have people play and then report back. And I think it's just, it gets you faster, gets you there faster. So
yeah, speaking of Microsoft, I have a comment about that. So I just recently unlocked, they give $1,000 for founders. So in Azure.
Okay.
So I went in and I signed up, and then there was like a special URL, like, I don't know, like an Easter egg URL or something that ChatGPT or Claude had told me, like, hey, go here and you'll get $1,000 credit. So I clicked it, and it did make me validate LinkedIn for some reason, that I'm like a real professional, I guess. As soon as I logged in.
Wow. So Microsoft's using LinkedIn for identity?
They own it.
As
So
soon as I logged in, it approved me. And so now I'm setting up my containers. I'm setting up things in Azure that are much more robust than my prototype that I built. And I'm not having to pay for anything yet because I'm burning through those credits, which is awesome.
Well, and because they're getting data from you. So, you know,
probably are.
Nothing's free, but you know,
yeah,
it's free. It's you.
So here we are. So we're in Claude.ai. Claude.ai is the browser address. And then I'm logged in, and it's a paid account. And look, I want to say this. Look at this. It has these different messages.
Love that.
That makes me happy right off the bat.
It's passive aggressive. It feels like it's telling me that I am using it too much. Back at it again. Like, I don't know.
That's how you're reading it? That's funny.
Yeah, like I expect it's like eye rolling, like, oh, come on. Again.
Back at it, Jamie.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. You build relationships, you know, like you build relationships with the tools that you use, even though you know they're not real. Okay, here we go. So I am going to type what you say. You guys tell me what to say.
We are creating an artist coach. Isn't that what we called it? Right? Artist coach.
I like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who can provide a learning plan.
Sorry, is my screen shaking like weird? Sorry, I'm on like a weird thing. I don't know.
No, you're fine.
This is not disruptive. Okay. We're creating an artist coach tool that can create a learning plan, you said? A daily?
Yeah. What do you think, Chauncey? Isla?
I think, what do you think? Would it be daily, or would it be like, we'll say regularly, and then maybe we add in something for scheduling like 3 times a week or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Configurable by me. Regular. See, that's another thing. Your grammar doesn't have to be that good. Regularly scheduled email of the next learning plan, the next learning segment.
What?
We want.
She's got more comments. So, studio audience, what was your comment?
It's kind of like people can kind of post pictures, and then it will just, not the background, it'll just take the person and let you have the steps of drawing them.
Oh, okay. So she's gone a little community with it as well. So maybe that's something we could add on at the end. But, and I like that because if you think of a learning experience, you have that classroom at some point. So maybe we can kind of work that in.
Yeah,
but we need to get the base of it.
Emails.
Okay, hold on. So here's what I wrote down. We're creating an artist coach tool that can create a regularly scheduled email, configurable by me, of the next learning segment. We want to focus on how to learn how to draw in a realistic style. We need an image upload tool that lets me choose an image, have an agent analyze how to draw it in a realistic way, and organize the learning steps. I feel like we're not, these requirements are a little rambly, but that's okay. I would think somebody that's not a developer or maybe not even a product manager would write requirements in a rambly way, right?
They would.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be like, as a user,
it is going to run. Yeah, it is going to run. I'm going to make some environment specifications. It's going to run locally, and my environment variables are defined in an .env file using a Gemini key. Actually, it's going to be this. This is the name of the libraries. And also email using these bars. There's whatever they are. I wrote them down here. These ones. Actually, let me just, you know what? I'm just going to type this. I'm just going to copy this whole thing. Too much trouble. And,
Do it.
and my details are. Bleh. So we're also going to say this is another trip. Oh, no, I hit enter too early. Stop.
Oh no, I hate it when that. Oh, you can recall it?
Yes.
Oh wait,
okay.
there's more.
I
So
didn't know that.
hold on, let's go to the beginning. So plan, oops, sorry, I want to go to the top of the file. Plan at the top. Plan first, and then let's execute. Okay, the reason why I'm telling it to plan first is because there's a lot of autonomy and a lot of like agentic capability within these types of tools, and it will just go. So if you don't tell it plan, it's going to just start building, and it's going to make assumptions that you didn't give it the specific instructions, and it's going to make a lot of things wrong. It's going to go build it in weird language. That's another thing we haven't told it. Let's see. We want to tell it. Hold on. We want it built in Python with a Streamlit UI because I know those tools and they work well locally. Okay, so let's say you're a Java, you know JavaScript or you know HTML, then maybe you tell it write it in that tool. But I'm giving it the tools that I'm comfortable with because it can write it in any language. So if you wanted to integrate with something and you needed to have a JSON layer, you could do that. If you want it to be, you know, something you're going to put in C++, you can tell it to write it in that language. So I'm telling it to write it in this specific format.
Where'd she go?
Okay.
Attention span. Attention span, yeah.
Sorry. Plan first. Build it with this. We told it where the environment variables are. We told it what the end goal was. What else? Is that it?
Oh, we need and this is good that she left the room because we can surprise her with this. But
Awesome.
are we to the format of language? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Let's see, where would we put that?
Yeah.
Like right here. The format of the email should be written in Gen Alpha speak. They keep saying it's their own language, so we might as well embrace it.
Whatever, we'll get into it.
So
Yeah.
we told it to plan first. We told it the stack that we want it written in. We told it that we're running it locally. We know the goals. We know we want to upload an image. We know what the environment variables are called. Okay. I'm telling it to use a requirements file. So I'm just going to give it that file. Actually, do I want to do that? Let's think about this. Probably not. So this is another thing you should think about when you're sharing things. Oh, no, the requirements is fine, but not the environment. So I don't want to push anything in that might have anything sensitive or private. So the requirements file is going to say which libraries I'm comfortable with or I want to use, but it's not going to share my secrets. So you know, this is my private Claude account, and it's probably okay, but I just don't like sharing secrets at all. So just for people in the future. So here's the thing. So I have a README file of these details. There's the ENBin, there's the requirements. So let's say you might not need all the libraries, but these are the ones I've used before. All right, here we go. Anything else?
If
What
we
else?
break this down, let's just scroll up to the top because it's a little lengthy. So you've given it, just to kind of have some order for folks in this one, you've given it its role.
Yep.
Like you're going to build this. You've told it the stage that you want, so just planning. You've given it some constraints of tools and a format for the output, right? So Gen Alpha, email, and you've given it the keys for success. So it looks good.
Let's add this, and my end user is 11. So like the language needs to be in their reading level, which is fine because most 11-year-olds can read like amazing anyway.
They can read better than their grandparents. Yeah, exactly.
All right. So then you have the option to run which model. So when you're using a paid account, you have a certain number of token limits. And if you're just playing around, you're probably not going to push up against those limits. But when you're doing like heavy development, you probably are going to push up against those limits. If you use this more advanced model, which is this Opus one, any of these Opus ones, it's more advanced, but it burns like 2 or 3 times as many tokens. So you hit up your session limit much faster. And I have actually not seen it perform better because I'm just doing basic things. So for the most basic things, you probably could just get by with this more efficient, more affordable model. So we're just going to use that one. Okay.
Use the tool
So here we go.
Yeah.
Razzmatazz.
Razzmatazz.
And then it's going to tell you what it's doing. So it's going to read the requirements file. It's going to see what's there. And it's giving you details along the way. And you can follow along. Okay.
Right.
Here's the plan. Artist coach, build what we're building. We're going to build a Streamlit application. And for those that aren't familiar, what a Streamlit is it's just a Python library that lets you run UI and front end. And it's most often used for like data scientists that just need to see like dashboards and stuff, because they can just drop the data in and it makes all the graphics nice. And you don't have to spend a lot of time figuring out how to make a pie chart. It sort of will just do it all for you. So the Streamlit is a tool to let you do front end. So you don't have to really code a lot of HTML by hand. So it's just a tool that does that. So that's what that one is. Okay. Architecture. So it's going to tell me what it's going to do. So, and you know what, if you're not a developer and you don't care, probably doesn't matter, but it's letting you know. So you have the sort of human in the loop awareness. It's going to make an app that's going to run the UI. It's going to have an analyze and the emails configuration, I guess. The coach is the agentic logic mailer for the email, and this is the library it's going to use, and it's going to use these ones, which we already told it. It's going to format it in a fun way. Hooray.
Do an HTML email in Gen Alpha style. I like it.
It's scheduler, lessons.json. I don't know what that is. Oh, the queue. Okay. Requirements trimmed down. So it knows what it's going to use. It's not going to do like, it doesn't need some of these other libraries. Tell you what some of these are. This is going to handle the email. This handles the environment variables. This is for Google. This is another thing if you put in an email to validate if the email was accurate or not, which we probably don't need, but for some reason it kept it. And then Streamlit, and then we're not going to do any of these other things. Ready to build, let's go. So see, it didn't wait. It didn't wait for me to say yes. It just went. So I could stop it right now and I could say, actually, for step 4, I want you to do something different. Like I could refine it, but in the interest of time, let's just let it do its thing.
Okay.
They added on Gemini for the enterprise plan and in research mode, deep research mode, it has a similar, it does the plan and it's, shows its thinking and whatever and lists the sources. And then it waits. And then when you approve it, then you click and it does the research plan. So I do like that because sometimes things get lost in translation. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things it just showed me is it says it made a dummy environment variables because I didn't tell it that I had my own. So it's not going to work because it's not going to have all my keys queued up and everything. But what I should be able to do is I should be able to drop this code in the folder. So we have a folder that I created for it. Let's just
edit a file with key information. Nice.
Well, I don't want to show the keys. Where did I put it? I put it in Butterfly Bytes 5. Okay, so I could drop the file here, and then I could tell it, use my env in this folder. I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to think about a way to do it. I want to see something working live while we're here, but I don't know. Oh, look, it made something. Okay, let's see what it did. Ooh, okay. We built it. What's this? I don't want to do that. I do not want it. So it's asking me, so for those of you that didn't see that, it's asking me if I want to install an additional plugin that goes directly into the code base, which you may want to do if you're not a developer. That way you don't actually have to touch any of the syntax, but I'm a little bit more controlling, so I don't want to do that. Okay, ready to build. So here's the reasons why I say you can't do this without a developer. You have to do some things. And so are you able to do these things? I don't know. I mean, it's only a couple lines, but let's just try it and see what we can get. So what did it make? It made 1, 2, 3, 4 files plus 2 JSON things. And now I have to install all of them. Is there a way to get, is there a way to get them all? There is.
Download all.
Okay. Download all.
So you're just putting them all in the same folder
So let's
on your local machine.
I think, let's see. So we're going to open, we'll have them both open. So we're going to take this downloads. Oh, I clicked it a few times. Oopsie. We're going to take it out of there.
When that happens.
We're going to put it here and then let's extract it. Okay, now we don't need that. Let's see what's inside. Actually, let's rename this one. What do we want to call it? Whatever. I might even delete it. Art coach.
Art coach. Yeah.
Okay, so it has requirements, the example ENV, and so let me think this through. I should be able to open this and look at it right now because none of the keys, and if there are keys, I'm going to close it. None of the keys are in here. Okay. Copy this file, fill in the real values. So it's using those things there, which are literally the exact ones that I already have in my file. So here's what I can do. I can delete this.
I like that it said in there to use not your real Gmail.
Oh,
So would that be a prerequisite as well to create?
I don't know. I did use my real Gmail, but I don't know if it matters. So here's what we're going to do now. So now we have to do what it told us to do. So so back up. So it created a bunch of files, right? So we downloaded all those as a zip. We put it in the folder that I had created for this project. We extracted everything out, and then we replaced the environment file so we can get all the keys. So now what is it telling us to do? It should just run. Let's see if it runs. Okay, so this is where you're going to need developer skills, but it's not that hard. So this is recorded so you can actually watch. We don't need this anymore. Okay, so what this is this is just a command prompt. So CMD or PowerShell for those people that run it in Linux, in Windows. So what I'm going to do is first I have to navigate to where I put the code. And I have it in a master file, I think. I might have put it. I have so much stuff. Oh my gosh.
Change directory.
No, this one, I think. Actually, let's just look first. Where did I put it? Okay. Wolf Cove Labs. I have like a lab thing that I have in here. Wolf Cove Labs. Okay. It's in Wolf Cove Labs, and we called it BB Vibes, I believe. Yes. Okay. So what did I do? I navigated to the directory, and we have the art coach and then these other things, and that's the old requirement. So if we go coach, so the files are in there. So let me ask it something. So, hey, don't we need a virtual environment first? Let's ask it that. So what that does is that lets you install the packages in a contained space. That way your packages don't conflict with the other projects. So we're going to do that first. Another thing you would know if you were a developer. So what we do is we say Python. I actually have to run Python 3 because that's mine. We're just typing literally these things here. So Python 3.m VNV. So it creates a virtual environment, and then we're going to activate it. And that just is, like I said, the container for the requirements. That way, if you have multiple projects, they don't conflict. And if you install something that was like not safe, it doesn't compromise your machine. Okay, so now if you'll notice, we got this little VENV. So now what it's saying is we're in this container, so we should be able to run this pip install.
You built it and you switched over to that container as within terminal. So now you're inside of that container.
Yep.
And you're
I
running
activated it. Yep. So now what we're going to do is we're going to run, so there's this thing called pip, and that's just a Python thing. It's going to look at that requirements file, and it's going to install anything that was listed in there so that the project can run, and it's just installing them all now.
Okay. So it's like it's unpacking everything inside of a box that's safe. Yep.
Yes. So you would need, if you're not a developer, you would need to at least run a few commands in your prompt. You would need to be able to install the requirements. If you like Python, set up a virtual environment and then just install them, and then it should run. So this is like the first level. Pretty much every single project has these steps, but once you get these steps, they're very repeatable. And it's minor. And I know you have to drop. So let's just run the app. Let's just see where we're at, right? After it installs everything. Yeah. It's probably going to have bugs, but let's just see. So some
I
of
just
these
wanna
things. So
see
right
what
now
it
you can see it's installing the package for the Google generative AI. So it just takes a little bit of time.
I just want to see some examples of its Gen Alpha speak. So
I know.
Yeah, right.
it needs
Well,
like one
we
of my-
didn't tell it to do that though. So we told it just to deliver and schedule the email. So actually the end user, did we say who to send it to? I don't think we
you
did.
said the audience was an 11-year-old.
Yeah, but we didn't
we didn't
say,
define
I guess
who.
I could put my email address in so we could see it running in real time.
Yeah.
So now we're running this command, Streamlit, run app. So the name of the file is app.py. So we're telling it to run it. It's going to run a couple things. It's telling me that it.
I
Okay.
like the purple. It's good vibes.
So we didn't tell it. So now browse files. Let me find some photo or something of me. This is an old one. Actually, I have some of Chauncey. I should have just chosen the Chauncey one. Everybody's tired of looking at my face.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, so here's what it built on its own. Gave you instructions. It's telling you what it is. It's the artist coach. Hooray. We uploaded the image. Now what are we supposed to do? Analyze and create a lesson. Coach is cooking up your lesson. So all of these things, it made these little emojis and everything. It made them all on their own.
It had me at emoji usage. So that was yeah. Mm-hmm.
Something went wrong. So then you could just go like this. You could just, this is the troubleshooting copy.
The tweaking, right?
Yeah, or you could just tell it like error on run and you just tell it. And it's going to tell you like, oops, I did this wrong. And then it'll rewrite the file and you figure out where it is.
Something went cooked.
Let me fix it. I wish you didn't have to go. I feel like we need more time.
I'm going to just tell them I'm going to be a couple minutes late.
Yeah, let's just try to fix a couple of these things. Let's just see if we can get something. Do you want to say that we need a preview or something?
Yeah.
Let's see what it does first.
Good idea, right?
Let's get the end-to-end working and then let's see what it does.
A preview of like the email and what it would look like, right?
Yeah.
So it's saying that it's Geminon. What did I just say?
Geminon.
It's a new iteration of Gemini. Yeah.
It's returning Markdown and that it's just a display issue. So that means that it's should have content. So this fixes in coach.py. So if I click it, so one of the things you can have it do is write the whole file, or you can tell it, just tell me what line number to change. And it depends. If it's something I know, I'll just touch one line, but sometimes it's easier to just copy everything.
Yeah.
So what I can do now is I can just do copy, and then I have my little editor. This is also a free editor. So we're looking for coach.py. So we're going to open the coach.py file. We're just going to like literally just override the whole thing. And then let's see, we have to run it again? What was the port? Let's see. What was the port? What was the port? I don't remember. Was it in the other browser? Yeah, it was in this one, 8501. Okay, refresh. See if it does anything different. Let me see if I can find Chauncey's picture.
Oh, Lord. There's a Halloween folder there, too.
I mean,
know.
There we go.
Oh, you do have me. All right.
I mean, we've done a lot of podcasts together.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful, so beautiful.
Pac-Man. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that was a Pac-Man. I thought that was just like some cool Art Deco background.
No, I mean, it's
Pac-Man.
Love it.
I'm trying not to like infringe upon whatever name code rights, but yeah.
Okay, why?
I made it
Let
I
me
made it
hard
a little
refresh.
smoother.
It's being grumpy. Let me okay, Control C. I'm gonna shut it down. It's supposed to shut down. Let's run it again. So it just gave me the same error, and I just wasn't sure if it had uploaded the file or not. So
Yeah.
But it is kind of cool that like we just typed a couple things and like we have a UI. We like immediately we can upload things and do things. And you can just get the errors, you paste them in. It's pretty easy. It was like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, and this is again like it's something that is a first draft and you could tweak it. And for the ROI on this for the investment, like, you know,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Actual value.
Sometimes I get mad.
impact.
Sometimes I tell it like, no, why?
Yeah.
Never curse at your agent though, because we don't know. Again, Skynet. Just,
Just saying.
So
Be kind.
it's the same error, and now
Golden
you'll see it
rule.
says,
Treat
let's
others
see
as you wanna be
exactly what
treated.
Gemini is actually returning. What that means is it made a guess the last time and it didn't really even look at the file. It just so that's another thing. Is like there are certain times where it goes down a road and it does something and you have to stop and say, like, wait, do you even know what you're doing? Like, we're just constantly changing things left and right.
Yeah.
And then another thing I've noticed is that yes, and I think you brought this up in our last call, Michelle. You were talking about burnout and stuff. People are talking about burning out. Yes, it does get you to rapid prototype faster, and you get that like, oh, I have a UI already. Wow, I can already upload an image. It just like worked. Yes, that is true, but it's almost like a demonic oppression or something. Like you get locked into it and you can't pull yourself away. And then next thing you know, 5 hours has gone by and you're like running multiple ones all at the same time. Like it is a slippery slope to the power.
Demonic possession.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. I wake up in the middle of the night. It's all I can think about. Maybe I need to I don't know. I need to see somebody about this problem.
We need a different kind of boot camp for that.
Know,
But yeah, we'll address that.
I mean, the attention economy, like on steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's because it's those little things like, it can accidentally delete a production database. So you have to like give it your rapt attention for every single line and make sure you're validating that it's doing, especially with a client, like in production, it has to be perfect. So it's like running through all the things it's doing and you're checking and you're checking and you're checking, and you can't really walk away.
You're the human in the loop, but it's almost like you're the human in the roller coaster or Ferris wheel or, hamster wheel. You're the human in the hamster wheel. That's what that is.
You're the thing in the pod in the matrix is getting all the energy from you, because this tool doesn't work without you. It doesn't. I mean, I guess it can write the agents to do whatever
autonomously, but like where are those ideas being generated?
Let's ask it. Do I need to restart the server after changes? Some of them, let's just ask it. Should just work.
Rebuild.
Yes. See, good thing I asked. Okay, so I'm going to just restart this guy, stopping it, starting it, and then it's going to refresh the browser again, and we'll just close this other one. Come on, work already 3 times. Stop
and start, man. Always.
We get to look at your Pac-Man now.
You're killing me, but yeah,
good. And then I have other people's photos. We could do Michelle's.
I wanted you to bring up, there was a Halloween folder. I wanted you to bring up a clown pic. I'm just saying.
Oh, the demonic possession came to mind. I'm like, oh, scary clown.
Lesson created and added to the queue. Blam. Okay.
Kablam. You slay.
Oh, is it? I can't. Is it working?
You slay.
Vibe tech. All right,
it starts even better because I don't know about you. My 11-year-old constantly says POV. And I'm like, why are we saying abbreviation?
Get ready to low-key drop some serious art skills and draw this portrait. No cap. Step 1.
No cap.
Right. Email scheduler. Okay. Recipient email. I'm just doing it so we can actually see it. See if it'll do it. Scheduler enabled daily. Oh man, I wish it.
I feel like custom is in there, and I love that because then you can do like depending on your kid's schedule or your schedule, right? Like whatever.
So what? I don't know what time zone it's in. Let's ask it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. It worked great, but when we get to the scheduler, I don't know what time zone it is, and I want to trigger an email immediately for testing.
Yeah, and that way you can say, like, deliver it. Not that, well, kids don't have email etiquette yet, as you were talking about earlier. They think like immediate response is necessary, but That way you could send it at whatever time, 3:30 in the afternoon or 4 o'clock or whatever, to just give them that fun break before they start homework or whatever needs to happen.
So we gave it some changes, and it's identifying that there's 2 different changes, and then it plays back what you said to make sure that it's right. Okay. And you have control. It could write some code. You don't have to deploy it. You could just say, no, that was wrong. Right. That's one benefit to running it in the browser as opposed to running it on the command line against your repository. Is like you are the gatekeeper keeping things from breaking, because you're controlling what goes in and what doesn't go in. Okay, 2 things updated. So it tells you what it did. It shows you your current time. So when you're setting up the time, you know how to relate it. Great, fine. It's probably not the best implementation, but it does the job. Send a test button now, and then it should send it to me, and then we should see it, and then we should say we did it. Okay, app.py. Okay, so we're going to go back now. So the previous file was coach. So make sure that you're opening up only the file that you actually want to change, and we're just going to override it. One thing I do is I look at like the line numbers, and I kind of just eyeball it. Like, okay, does it look like it's all still there?
About the same size. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's
okay,
a good.
So here we go. BOB Slate. BOB Slate.
Rebuild display thing.
Let's do another one. Let's just get a different. Let's see. Oh,
Halloween. There's a Halloween folder.
Where was it?
I don't know. Go back.
You saw it somewhere.
I saw it.
There was it in No,
that would be too logical.
Old ones. Oh, man. Halloween.
It's fine. You can just torture me again.
I thought I had a clown one in here somewhere.
You know she does. You know she does, Michelle.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Clown. Don't be clowning around.
No clowning.
No clowning.
I can't find it. Sad.
It's fine.
Hey, if any of you listening want to actually see, go back to the Halloween episode Michelle and I did in our first year, and I'm in full clown.
It's pretty amazing. All right. You can torture me because I'm on the call. So then we won't be torturing people that, aren't here.
Let's see.
Right.
I wish I had like your cute dog.
Oh.
Something fun. Whatever.
Aww.
I thought I had one for you, Michelle. I'm looking and I'm not seeing them.
Bernard is always a good test subject, but yeah, it's fine.
Let's just do
you or me. We're there.
Okay. I like the idea. So I like this new requirement that she added, your daughter, because we were just saying like, oh, just any photo. She wants you to be able to put in the image, and she wants to be able to have specific instructions for that image, which is a great idea, actually.
Well, and her outcome is, learning how to do realistic facial features, right? She wants to be able to do portraits, and whether those portraits are of people or dogs, there we go. And it said slay again. So, it's
scheduler enabled
on tone.
So where did it say it would have, my time zone is 2.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I got to run to that meeting.
Oh, it's not letting me do, bleh. Well, whatever. It's fine.
Oh, Chauncey, sorry.
Let's see if there's let's just see if we can do send test email. Let's see what it does. Send to, and then we'll close up. I think we've had success. Let's see if it actually does it.
Yeah.
It did it.
It did it.
It said it sent it. Let's see if it did. Oops. I don't think I have any private emails or anything in here that people would see.
She's so daring, just opening her email.
No,
Hey,
it didn't come in yet.
I mean, just this morning.
Oh, there it is.
Our 17-year-old was like, "Who has a private Instagram?
Look, guys,
He's public. Why would
it came in as
We're like,
junk.
Don't want anything private. Gary.
It came in as junk, but it works. Look.
All right, bestie.
oh wow!
Get ready to low-key drop some serious art skills and draw this portrait. No cap. Well, I mean, it has stable
FR.
language. Yeah.
Keep
For real,
your
for real.
lines super tight. So it's, one at a time. So, the goal of what we wanted to show was how, try to find that line between how much technical skills did you need. So what did we do? We had to describe it really well. We had to have the environment variables defined, and we had to pick a tech stack that I at least knew what to do. We set up a virtual environment. We installed the requirements. 3 times we had to fix a syntax error. But other than that, we were able to get a working prototype in under an hour of an actual use case that really does things. So I think that was success.
Yes.
Success for sure. It understood the assignment as it said at the end of its email. So
No cap.
no cap.
Well, that was fun. That was fun.
All right. We slayed vibe coding, ladies. Well done. Thank you for your skills. All of you. Amazing.
Yeah.
All of you. It's us.
I really wanted to do this because one of the things I've noticed as I've been doing this more is that somebody with a product management experience, maybe you're not as solid as a developer, but you're definitely a step up from the layperson because you're describing the end user, what you want it to do, what the outcome is going to be. Like you're describing all of that exactly like how a product manager writes requirements in Jira or whatever. Like, so if you have that skill, those are the dark horses, I would say right now, are the people that can define requirements and don't necessarily need to write the syntax. So it's going to be awesome.
Prototype, right?
Yes, but I do also want to add, kind of taking it back full circle to what we said at the beginning. This is great for building something to prove you can do it, but it is not a shortcut towards distribution and go to market. That is still a really hard part of the process, but ideas can come to life very quickly.
Yeah. And continuing to maintain and grow features and all of the above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun.
I love it.
So one other thing I was going to say is like, I've got people on my team that are actual developers that have a perspective on sort of when to use vibe coding, when not to use it, how they actually use it in their tech stack. And they are curious about maybe being a guest. So if you guys think about it, if you want to do another call, that's more of like, not a hands-on, but more just like interviewing them and getting their thoughts, getting people's perspective that are not going to be as positive as me. They're going to say why they don't think it's a good idea and all the gotchas. We could do that maybe as a next episode. So think about it.
I love it.
Sounds good. See you out there.
Yay. Awesome. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks for another episode of Butterfly Bytes.
Have a great
Butterfly
day.
Bytes. Bye.
And now I get to go to a meeting. Bye.
Oh, and we're done recording. Well, hey, it was fun. Send it to me when you're ready. And thanks for staying late. Staying late. Appreciate you.
Send me the email because I think it's funny.
Oh,
Send us
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. All right. See ya.